So it looks like Toy Story 5 is shaping up to be way more intense than we thought, because Lilypad isn't the only one causing trouble. We are actually getting a whole squad called the Multi-Buzz Army, and honestly, the idea of 50 Buzz Lightyears running around is kind of wild. It turns out these guys are basically a fleet of discarded toys that all had some kind of glitch or defect. Instead of being fixed, they just got tossed out, and now they are all stuck in that permanent Space Ranger delusion. You remember how our Buzz used to be back in the first movie before you realized he was just a piece of plastic? Well, these 50 units never got that reality check. They genuinely think they are elite members of Star Command on a serious mission. The story goes that they probably ended up on that island because a shipping container full of these defective toys fell off a boat or got dumped at sea and eventually washed ashore. Since they are all malfunctioning, they are likely stuck in demo mode or just completely lost in their own heads. While Lilypad is definitely the big bad of the movie, this army is going to be a huge secondary threat that our main crew has to deal with. As for what they are actually going to do in the movie, it's still a bit of a mystery, but we can definitely speculate. It would be a really cool parallel to see them go through the same identity crisis our Buzz went through, but on a much scarier scale. Imagine 50 different toys all hitting that moment of realization at once. If they finally figure out they aren't real Space Rangers and that they were basically thrown away like trash, that kind of existential breakdown could turn them really bitter. Instead of accepting it, they might just lash out at the world and start causing absolute chaos for everyone else. It puts a really dark twist on the classic Buzz Lightyear storyline and makes the stakes feel a lot higher for the fifth film. Let's dive a bit deeper into some of the theories floating around, because things get pretty interesting when you think about how this could actually work. A popular idea right now is that our Buzz ends up getting captured or somehow stranded on this island. Since we know Woody is officially coming back for this one, the big emotional hook could be Woody having to rescue his best friend. Imagine Woody trying to sneak Buzz out while navigating a literal army of guys who look exactly like Buzz but are totally delusional. It would be a huge throwback to their dynamic in the first movie, but with much higher stakes. Another really solid theory ties back to the main theme of the film, which is basically toys versus technology. Since these 50 Buzz units are newer models, they probably have way more advanced electronics inside them compared to the older toys. Some people think Lilypad might actually be a tech genius who hacks into their systems. If she can manipulate their programming, she could turn this malfunctioning fleet into her own personal robotic militia. It makes them way more dangerous if they aren't just confused, but are actually being remote controlled by the main villain to hunt down Woody and the gang.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play!
Then there's a much darker theory that's actually a nod to an old unused script for Toy Story 3. In that version of the story, Buzz starts malfunctioning so badly that the toys have to go on a massive journey to find a specific replacement part that isn't made anymore. The theory for the new movie is that our Buzz starts breaking down, and the gang has to travel to this island of misfit toys specifically to scavenge a part from one of the defective units to save him. Honestly, that feels a little intense for a Disney movie, but it would definitely raise the tension. Even though we're still waiting on more official plot details, the release date is getting closer every day. That usually means a full trailer is right around the corner, which should hopefully clear up what's really going on with this Buzz army and how they fit into the bigger picture.